Hey guys, this is SoulRack333 with another review, and here I have the Transformers Studio Series 86 Bumblebee before and after. And I wonder if the camera is picking up the very subtle difference between these two. And maybe. Anyway, I bought a second Bumblebee because first it was on clearance and I wanted to get a second one to do a custom, and if it failed, oh well. I just didn't want to damage mine, and it kind of worked. And one of the things that bugged me about this figure was, first, I guess they wanted to go with the cartoon look, which is okay, but you had that Netflix Bumblebee that was perfect, at least the alt mode. The robot mode with that stupid parts forming just ruined the figure. This one, the robot mode is perfect, but then the alt mode is all just weird. And one of the things that's just bugged me was the sharp angles. And so I just filed it and sanded it into a more curvy alt mode. So first thing I did was put a bit of clear tape to cover up the Autobot symbol here, so that I wouldn't accidentally sanded it off, and just very carefully just removed the sharp edges as much as I could, and yeah, I was able to do that. So this Bumblebee is slightly more curvy. So the sharp edges on the hood are gone. You only see a little bit of it at the base here for the fender. And then I also sanded this part here. So that sharp edge is gone. And then anywhere that I can round, I did. A little bit here, a little bit there. So yeah, I think that's a little bit better. That's kind of what I was going for. I mean, look, this one didn't even have the same detail here anyway. So I'm just removing this sharp edge, or a round edge, and I think that looks closer than that, minus the detail on the hood, those ridges or whatever. So in this way, this actually looks closer to that. Than this did. Here he is. And here he is, looking all nice and round. And here he is, looking all sharp. So yeah, I definitely like how the feet look. Now it looks a lot better. Yeah. And it's a lot closer to that. So yeah, I don't know. It's like they overcomplicate things, you know. Or look, maybe copyright issues. Maybe they didn't have the license, and so they had to be creative with the design a little bit. So okay, if it's that, cool, I get it. But just give it a little bit more curve. And I don't know. I don't get why, like, Volkswagen has a problem with letting, I guess, Hasbro and Takaro use their look for Bumblebee now. They did it for the Masterpiece figure. They did it for the next Netflix figure. You know, why not continue it? Because I think just giving this figure a little bit more curves made it look a lot better. So I don't know. I think it looks cool. I think the only thing that would make this perfect is if, like, if they were able to engineer it so that the head comes from the back of the car, like this one does, instead of just making the back piece fold onto the back, giving him a fake back window there. It's not too bad. I mean, it's kind of like the old classics Bumblebee figure. But I think at some point in the future, these figures will be more perfect with the transformation. And I think that'll be cool, but again, how much will that cost? But yeah, I just definitely wanted to try this experiment, and I think it turned out well. You just got to be patient. If you want to try this, again, I would put a little clear tape over the Autobot symbol, unless you just don't want the Autobot symbol there at all. And just keep sanding the sharp edges until it's smooth. And then nice and curvy, and then I just buffed it to give it some of that shine back. And just keep doing it until you get the right look. Nothing complicated about it other than just be patient. Okay. Anyway, there he is. A nice rounded Bumblebee. Thanks for watching.